And we're back. Good evening, good morning, good day, everybody. Welcome to the live. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Today, I wanted to talk about mentorship. Maybe you saw it on my wall in the scheduling, which I made for today's live. I wanted to talk a bit about mentoring. What is mentoring, and is mentoring really worth it? I mean, many people ask, what is actually mentoring? What is the difference with, coaching, and why do I need mentoring? Personally, I think there are several options with mentoring. For example, if you are interested in personal development, you can think to getting mentored by, for example, Les Brown or Bob Proctor. And many people think a mentor is someone they follow on YouTube, on social media, where they're getting value from, which they give them information and knowledge and skills they transfer to them by watching it to videos like what I say, like Facebook or YouTube videos, or maybe they went to a funnel and they saw a video there and they did a course, an online training program for maybe half an hour or an hour. And basically, they're right. That is a form of mentoring, because a mentor is someone who is knowledgeable, who has a specific background on a specific topic or niche or skill you want to learn. They are on the path already, and maybe they're an expert and they want to help you to learn the skill and implement and do the same. So if you learn with them online or from YouTube, that could be a mentor to you. There is, however, a difference in a mentor if you have a mentor online, because you can also have a mentor who you work closely with. And what I mean is, if you work with someone closely, it's like they give you more time, more private time, more resources, and more tools to help you. And it's not that they take you by the hand and say, you know what, Jorn, I'm gonna walk with you and I'm gonna do all the work for you because I'm your mentor. No, that's not the case. But the difference is, you can go into a program. You can work with them much closer than only looking videos at YouTube. I can give you an example. Many of you know that I'm a closer, right? And that I've done the certification with Dan Locke. That's another good example. Many people say Dan Locke is my mentor. And then I ask, okay, so did you do the high ticket closing program? Oh, no. I just watch his videos and I love it and it's great. And yeah, he's an amazing guy and he's so inspirational. And I say, oh, okay, so you saw the webinar, which he did to, tell you something more about the high ticket closing skill. Webinar, is there a webinar? And I say, yeah, there's a webinar, to look if this high ticket closing skill is something that, might suit you or is something you want to learn. And I've done that too, right? I've learned from Dan Locke. I've engaged with his posts. I was looking at his posts, YouTube videos, to learn, to consume, to get to know his person, his brand, his skill, and his knowledge. But for me, it had to be a level deeper. So I had to learn from Dan himself, like more private time. Since Dan Locke charges 10K an hour, I was like, okay, how am I going to do that? Because if I want to do more like in-depth program, I wasn't able to pay like 10K an hour, right? Because for me, that's expensive. I don't know about you, but for me it is. So I decided to opt in and to enroll in a high ticket closing program. That was, of course, less expensive, but I knew I got time with Dan, of course, with other closers, but I got more time for him, specifically for us. So the group was smaller and specifically for us and live. So Dan took his time to go with us live and to provide us value live, and we could actually ask questions. So this is very difficult if you are online, if you are on a video. It's nice, but it goes in a specific surface, right? It's not very deep. So if you want to go more deep, I think you should invest in a mentor. And it's not only investing in a mentor, because yes, mentorship is mostly that you have to pay for your mentor, but you give them money so that it's more motivating for you to stick to the program. It's not that you pay them money because they need the money. That's not the case. You pay them money because then you're more motivated to stick to the program. Because if I pay you $100, I think, okay, if I don't do the course, it's not a big deal because it's only $100. But if I pay 2, 3, 4, 5K, so $1,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, you better show up, right? Because if you miss, the one-on-one time with your mentor, yeah, that's pretty expensive for you too, because you're missing out on valuable information and you're not getting that time back. Yes, there are recordings, but like in every portal, if you're watching my live, that's more intense and it's more impacting than if you're watching a replay. And that's normal, that's usual. Before I get any deeper, I want to look who is on the live, because I saw some people on the live. Who have we here? Who have we got? Please give me some comments, please. Let me see who's here on the live. I see some people tuning in, but I see no comments. Come on, everybody, throw something at me. Where are you from? America, Canada, Germany, Netherlands, maybe? Let me know. I'm interested to know who's in the live. Don't be shy. I'm not going to ask you to pay me 5K for mentorship. Unless you beg me and want to, of course, no problem. Simon May, thank you. Thank you for being on the live. Thank you for tuning in. Nice to have you here. From the UK, that's great. UK is 1 hour ahead, right? It's like 9:30 at your side, 9:37. Am I right, Simon? Because I'm from the Netherlands. I don't know if we discussed that, because we don't know each other that long. But I'm from the Netherlands, so here it's 8:38 p.m. Let's forget p.m. Nice to have you here, Simon. Great you're here. Thank you for being here. So, back to the mentorship. For me, a mentor is someone who is a sort of guide, who provides you this light in the darkness. If you've never been in that place, you go to the mentor and he says, yeah, come on, Jorn. I have the tools. I have a flashlight. I have the tools we need. And with these tools, I provide you them. I can shine you the light. You have the tools, and I learn you how to use the tools. I'm not going to climb the mountain for you. I do it, I do it for you, but I'm not going to push you. You have to pull you up on me, and you can follow. And from there on, we can make progress, and you can learn to do any more things and to learn the skill or the system you want to learn. So what I wanted to say was, for me, the mentorship is a more deep connection. So you're paying your mentor to get her or his time, because I think their time is valuable, right? Because if I want something from somebody who has a skill which is making him or her money and a decent income and financially freedom, then I think the time is really precious. So you exchange that for your money. And when you do that, then mostly you invest in yourself through the mentor, right? And the mentor can show you the path and the tools and is a sort of guide for you at that point. Oh, I had it here in the ticker below. Mentorship. It's a sort of guide that leads you, and lights your path in the dark when you're in an unknown area. Just so I put it up there. Yeah, so that's great. Simon says yes, he's from the UK. Great, thank you very much. 7:30 p.m. right, not a.m. So it's an hour earlier actually. Sorry, not an hour later. It's half past 7 for you. Okay, great. Thanks. Simon says, I agree. Yes, you need some face-to-face time. They are there to challenge you and to force you out of your comfort level. That's a great one. That is a really great one, Simon, that you say that, because I think this is a very important one. I want to share you some information from my side, from my experience. If I go back to Dan Lark, which some of you know was my mentor for the high-ticket closing program, he also challenged us to get out of the comfort zone. That was his thing. He said, get comfortable feeling uncomfortable. And if you think about that, that's profound. That's really, really great, because you have to constantly push yourself and constantly trigger yourself to get out of that comfort zone, to do every time a thing you don't like, you don't dare, go over that fear. Like for the first time I was doing live, it was really, really scary. And the first time I did an interview, it was really, really scary. And the first time I actually made a video, to post, that was actually scary. But if you've done 10 lives and a dozen videos, and not 1,000, but a dozen, you get practice and you get more familiar with it. And then you can go to the next level, and you have other challenges and other things you want to overcome and other things you want to be exploring. So thank you, Simon, for acknowledging that. And so my first mentor on high-ticket closing and also on mindset was Dan Long, because mindset is really important. And the one thing Dan really mastered is mindset next to closing, and how to overcome these objections and these fears, what Simon says, out of your comfort level, grow, take action, imperfect action, no excuses, no bitching, no moaning, no whining, and just, if you promise something, just take care of it and do it, right? Another mentorship, which I was doing in the network marketing industry, our millionaire mentor, Darren Little, is also a great mentor. I invested also in the mentorship by paying some money to going into the mentorship. And Darren teaches all these amazing stuff about network marketing, about building relationships, about building a team, about putting yourself out there, and all these things I do right now. So doing the lives, doing the interviews, webinars, stuff like that, all the posts, it's a 7-figure formula. We learned that. All the people in the explosive entrepreneurs in our circle know the same principles and know the same formula. And it's amazing how they do it, and it's amazing what we learn. And that's also what Simon says. Those mentors push you to get out of the comfort zone and to, expand your thinking, expand your world. And out of the comfort zone, ladies and gentlemen, you know that's where the magic happens. That's where your life begins. So that's why I wanted to share something today about mentorship. Is it really worth it? Yes or no? Of course, that's you to decide for yourself. For me personally, yes, absolutely. I have grown so much as a person. I was thinking, if I could show you a video of my first live, and I'm not going to show it right now. Maybe I can put it in the comments afterwards. But my first live, my very, very first live, and now 5 months later, 4 months later, wow, boom, this is like, so familiar, so comfortable. And it's like I'm talking to my friends in a normal, regular conversation. No stress, no anxiety, nothing. Just confidence, just normal, just boom and go with the flow and just provide value and go, 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 boom, 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 value, right? But for you to see the difference, then you can say for yourself, is mentorship worth it? Yes or no? You have to decide for yourself. If you want a great mentor on high ticket closing, I can highly recommend reach out and search for Dan Locke. If you are looking for a proven formula, a 7-figure formula which is proven to work, which has led people to make 1K days, which is a supportive system, which brings up leaders, which gets you out of this comfort zone, which gets you to work. You have to actually work, right? It's not like, yes, now I have my mentor. Let's bring in this mentor and we're going to make it happen. They're going to throw money at me. I'm going to just relax. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. For me, mentorship is someone who gets the best out of you, someone who believes in you more than you do yourself. Sorry. Simon says, growing in confidence and as a person. Absolutely. And if I grow as a person and as in confidence, other people see that. Other people are following me from the beginning. They see me grow. They see that I can do it as a regular guy, as a guy who struggled in the youth years, as somebody who was too slow, who wasn't too bright, who wasn't paying attention, who had to go to the lower school, who didn't actually, could go and to the bachelor's. And from there, getting 2 bachelor degrees, a German bachelor degree and a Dutch bachelor degree. I'm not saying to brag, not at all, because I'm very introvert and I don't like to brag and be in the spotlight, but I want to show you that if I can do it, you can do it too. But you need a mentor because the mentor is going to slap your ass and say, ksh, ksh, ksh. You have to do it. The mentor is going to guide you. You have to do it and you have to put in the work. And that's what every program. You're not going to lose fat by going to the gym and you see your coach work and you're eating, hamburgers or fries, or you're sipping milkshakes. That's not going to work. You have to put in the work. And if something works, like you see, and you think, hey, this works, then it's very good to, think about if this mentorship could be something for you. Yeah. What you say, mate, Simon? It's great. And you know that, I know that, other high ticket closers know it. I talk about this mentorship because, I have this background. Other people are maybe certified by Bob Proctor as a mentor. Other people are a certified copywriter by Jason Cabell, or some people do drop shipping by Kevin David, or but everybody has different mentors in different niches, and you can be mentored by different mentors like me. And there are people who have 5, 6, 7 mentors on several topics or several skills or several topics or areas of knowledge. So that's no problem at all. My friend is also here, Nick. We were talking just early before the live. We were in the chat and I said, I really am sorry. I'm going live at 8:30, my time zone. We're going to have a chat afterwards. Awesome, bro. Thank you. Thank you for your time, for being here. I appreciate you, man. So yes, this is mentorship. This is what it means to me. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that's the same for you. But if you are in the personal development area, or if you are an affiliate marketer or a network marketer, or if you want to make a nice side income, you can reach out to me. You can see in our group. You can see it also in the Explosive Entrepreneurs group. We have a proven formula, which our team is getting results with. And what I also wanted to say to you is, as a bonus, if you're looking for a mentor, listen, don't look at the results of the mentor. Look at the results of the students. There you go. That's my bonus for today. If you really want to see how good a mentor is, look at the results of the students. Why is that? That is because a mentor can tell you, I have the best system in the world. It's waterproof. I earned millions and millions and millions with it. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't care. Because if anybody can say, you have these mentors that say like Lamborghinis and all these paper bills, and they're throwing around, and everything is fake. The money is loaned, and the car is leased, or maybe even hired for a day, rented for a day. So I want to look at the results of the students, because then I know that the system is duplicatable. If they can do it, then there's a high probability I can do it too. That's my bonus to you. Of course, man, where else would I be? With your family, instead of spending time with me. If that's what you mean, where would you be? So I hope you're getting some value from it. And that is something that you get inspiration from, and that gets you thinking, do I need mentorship? Yes or no? What kind of mentorship do I need? Can I help you with providing mentorship? Yes or no? Through our mentors in the main mentoring. And if you're looking for a mentor on closing, you saw it. What Simon says, HTC is the way to grow, and it gave him much more than expected. Oh, I missed this one. Thank you, Nick, for inspirational. Yes, I love to provide value. I love to help other people and to give some sort of inspiration. So I hope this is a live where you get some inspiration from everybody. If you have questions right now, please drop them below. I'll wait for another 30 seconds, because if not, then I'm going to end the live. Yeah, duplicatable. I think, like I said, people can say that they're rich, but it doesn't necessarily mean they are, and that the system is working. I also always used to say, don't listen to what wealthy people say, but look at what they do. So if you look closely and they have students who are making money and the system is working and duplicatable, then you have a good mentor. Then you have a great mentor. How do you build trust? What do you mean with that, Nick? Can you please be some more specific about that? How do you build trust? How do I build trust? How do you build trust? How do you, does a mentor build trust, or what do you exactly mean? Yeah, absolutely, Simon. Sorry if I'm looking down and not straight in the camera, but my screen is below my webcam, so I have to look down to read the comments. Sorry. Yeah, very welcome, Simon. I do this mostly on Friday and sometimes also on Tuesday. So if you would like to follow some more, you're more than happy to follow me along or watch my replays. You're very welcome. Let's wait for a second on the reply of Nick, what he actually means. And for the people who haven't, I think the most have seen it already, but my book is also available on Amazon, like in the paperback. I have some here, but it's a bit difficult to ship if you're not in Europe or something, because of the shipping costs. It's pretty expensive then, but you can find it on Amazon. My book, it's $2.99 for Kindle and $7.99 for the paperback. I'm working on a new one. If you have ideas for topics in a new book, please let me know. I'm always looking for inspiration and how I can help you. You know, I want to help you. I can write what I know and what I think you want, but it's better if I get to know from you what you exactly want. Reply from Nick. When you're in the market and you meet a prospect for the first time, well, that can be on several things. The first thing, but if I go to the whole thing, Nick, this is going to be like an hour live, so I don't want to make it too long. If you don't mind, I can make a specific live on that if you'd like me to. But for now, I'm going to be very short because I'm trying to stick on the 1/2 an hour, because otherwise it gets too much. I hope you understand, right? So before you even get into a conversation, it's very important that your profile is optimized, that your profile picture is decent, that you have a professional profile picture, that you're not on the picture with hanging out with your homies or in the club or with your partner or with your dog or with, you know. I hope this makes sense, because to build trust up front, the first and most important thing most people forget is, ladies and gentlemen, the profile picture. Because if somebody would ever see you, that's the only chance, the first chance to make an instant connection, yes or no. And then you build trust instantly, or subconsciously they reject you because your profile picture doesn't appeal to them, or you're projecting some kind of for them, it doesn't feel right, so you repel them, right? So that's really the first thing. And if you're on the how do you say it, and with a prospect on already the call, or if you're on the a messenger or in a chat, that's what we learn in one high ticket closing, because that's what you learn by doing on the phone to build the trust, credibility, and likability. And the other thing, if you're doing it within the network marketing industry, or for a company or for your own services, or if you're affiliate marketer or network marketer, that's the other thing we learn, Nick, with the millionaire mentoring and what I mentioned about our mentor Darren. That's what he teaches. He teaches how to build trust instantly if you make a connection, for example, with a new prospect, and then if you meet someone on Facebook for the first time and then go into Messenger. And then again, if you go into the call, if you go into the phone, then you can use high ticket closing to build trust and credibility. But like I said, that's maybe something for two separate topics, because closing on the phone is some very specific knowledge, and also building trust is also another thing. So that's actually separate. So if you don't mind, Nick, I'm going to cover that in another day. My family is out for the day. Yeah, that's great. If your family is out, then you have some more time for yourself. We're going to have a chat some more after the live, as I promised. I'm going to get back to you in some minutes. Cool. Yeah, I answered just some sort of question already for you, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope this was a bit inspirational for you, that I provided some bit of value to you. If yes, let me know, because I like to know. But if it doesn't, I also want to know, because if it doesn't, I want to find out what's wrong and how I can help you better. So, one more time, do we have questions right now? In 10 seconds, because else I'm going to end the live. It's getting out of control, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think so. All right, cool. Thank you everybody for tuning in, for being here live with me and in the live. If you have any additional questions afterwards, don't hesitate to contact me or leave a comment comment in below. No problem. And yeah, as I promised, I'm going to put my first live under the video to see the difference between now and a few months back. My first live, you can see it. And you can decide, is mentorship worth it? Yes or no. That's for you to decide. Ladies and gentlemen, peoples, have a great day, have a great night, have a great morning, wherever you are. See you on the next live and have an amazing weekend. Bye-bye.